Week 9 of the 2024 season. And our focus goes to Jalen Johnson. He's putting together an incredible season, now in double digits with 10 picks. It's the Saints and the Giants, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Giants and our home team. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing first play is Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 49. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. out of the gun, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jaylon Johnson. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 105 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Escaping the pressure right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Will Watts on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Time, a 9-play drive, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he will have a Giants first down. There on 3rd down, he winds up getting 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now it's Herbert. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Nick Bosa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to. He will step aside. Second and 9 now. And that's pulled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Pat Freiermuth. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ballgame for them.
One of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time.
Will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Giants first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Herbert. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be length of the football. Herbert. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he is going to have the Giants first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Slayton.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Here's is Herbert. Caught out left side by Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Third and 2, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Saints! Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Alonso looked down the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Herbert now.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and that game is tied 10-all in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. But a gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to throw now on first down. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Taken in at the 3, and he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights and where he was looking to throw. He positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The kick by Lutz is good. And with it, they...
Does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Looks good on the extra point. And these guys will take it. The Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now out come the Giants.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
That help partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, look at this play call. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw.
That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series. Let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the
He's got him in. Complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air.
Left side, he's got Robinson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on the 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll drop to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Then he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkinson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Up the middle they go. Wilkinson, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw your wristbands in the bag for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
We all just got a heck of a show part. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the home team here,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.